Hello, and welcome to Encouraging Words with Renae. Now, this week we are going to be doing a four-part series on living our life to its fullest. Now, this show is about encouraging not only the spiritual man, but also the physical man. So, the next 4 weeks we're going to be dealing with our physical man and living our life to the fullest. And I'm just going to give you some tips. And most of these tips are taken from excerpts by a book called Conscious Living by Celestine Chua. And so I love the tips that were in this book, and I wanted to share them with you. So enjoy them as we go through these tips on living our life to the fullest. So there are 14 tips that we're going to cover today. So if you have a pen, or if you've got a little tape recorder and you want to remember everything I said, go grab your pen or press play on that recorder so that you can begin to write down all of the notes that I'm going to give you today. You see, I believe that anything is possible as long as you set your mind and your heart and your soul to it. I'm sure there have been a lot of feats that seemed impossible. Like the persons who started McDonald's. I'm sure they didn't see that McDonald's would have been a chain not only over the United States of America, but all over the world. They have chains. I'm sure that Walt Disney didn't think his feat was possible in the beginning, but it is, and he's got multiple locations, and that has been the destination for many families and many children for years and years. And so it is possible for you to live your life to the fullest. So I don't want you to waste your time trying to live somebody else's life. No, you've got your own dreams. You've got your own desires. So go live your life. Don't let the noise of others' opinion drown the inner voice that you have inside you. If you're determined enough to get it done, you can get it done. Be committed to it. Be committed to the growth. Live in alignment with your purpose. That's important. And the most important thing is to have the courage to follow your heart. That's really important. The Bible says in Philippians chapter 4, verse 4, rejoice in the Lord always. And again, I say rejoice. Live your life to the fullest. Be happy. Colossians 3:23-24 says, whatever you do, work heartily as for the Lord and not for men, knowing that from the Lord you will receive the inheritance as your reward, for you are serving the Lord Jesus Christ. So when you're his child and you're serving him, what's to stop you from living your life to the fullest? Let me tell you, don't disobey your doctor's orders, but if you want a steak, go enjoy that steak. If your doctor says no, don't eat it. But for those of you that can't eat steak, have some filleted fish, fresh fish from the ocean. Fillet that, and it's delicious. It's wonderful. If you want to go do a bungee jump, I'm never ever going to do that. But if you want to go do that, you go. Enjoy your bungee jump. Let me tell you, we ought to be happy Christians. We ought to be wise. Now, everything has its limits, but we want to be happy Christians. We want to enjoy our life. Amen? Okay, so you ready for these 14 tips? All right, number 1, be true to who you are. Stop trying to please other people or be someone else. It's better to be an original version of yourself rather than be an exact duplicate of somebody else. Let me tell you, I do not want to be anybody else but me. Now, I do have a few things I want to tell God. Like I did want longer legs. I really did. That did not happen for me. But let me tell you, I'm going to be the best version of this person with her length legs as I can be. Because this is what God gave me. And this is what I have to be happy with. God, we are going to talk about that. But yeah, you know, we've got some tall people in my family, and I kept saying, how come they got the legs and I didn't? Okay, be true to who you are. Ignore me and my legs. All right, number 2. Live every day on a fresh new start. Don't be held back by what happened yesterday. Let me tell you, don't be held back by what happened the day before that or last week. Do not. The year before last. Do not. Even decades ago. Life is short, so you've got to live in the present moment. So live every day as is a fresh new day. And some of you might be out there and you're brokenhearted. You came out of a relationship and it didn't work out. Or some of you might have lost a child. Some of you might have, mashed your favorite car, been in a car accident and it got wrecked, But tomorrow is gonna come. Let the insurance company deal with the car. You're gonna have to get some ice cream to deal with that broken heart. Eat some good old ice cream. Get your favorite flavor. I love vanilla. And you just eat that down. It's okay to do that for one day, just one day. And take the next day and say, okay, it's a new day. I'm starting fresh. I'm starting over. That's tip number 2. Live every day with a fresh start. Number 3, quit complaining. Stop complaining about your problems and work them out. Work on them. Focus on the things you can change. Because let me tell you, everything you can't change, especially people. You can't change people. People have their own minds, their own vision of things, their own purposes, and you just can't change people. I tried to do that in my younger years, and I learned that it just doesn't work out very well. So just work on the things you can control and the things you can change, and then stop complaining about the things that you can't, because they have to be placed in God's hands anyway. Just give them to Him. Let Him worry about it. It's like when you were children and you broke your toy and you cried, and your mommy came and she pulled that toy away, and all you saw was a brand new toy in front of you. You don't know what happened to the broken toy. You just saw this new toy in front of you, like, I got a new toy. And you started playing again and you were happy one more time. Well, let the mommy deal with the broken toy. So put those worries aside. You don't worry about them. Let the person deal with them who has to deal with them. Don't complain. Quit complaining. Be happy. Be thankful for each new day, because God blesses us with each day. And as the sun rises and as the sun sets, we've only got that 24 hours. So use it wisely. Don't use it complaining. Trust me, I did it for many years and it didn't get me anywhere. So you've got to learn to just live life and accept the things that there it is. The prayer of serenity. Accept the things you can't change. Ask God to give you courage to change the things you can and the wisdom to know the difference. And everything will be fine. Number 4, be proactive. Stop waiting for others around you to do something and take action yourself instead. I like that one. Be proactive. Don't wait around. You sent in that job application and you're waiting for them to call you back. You call them. Hello, I sent in an application to your company 7 days ago. I would like to follow up on that application. Where am I at in the process, please? There you go. You can just be proactive about things. Let's say you have an exam coming up and you know that you've got to cover so much material. Be proactive. Get a study partner. Call them up. Start studying 3 days a week. If you're like me, you're going to pick up the book every day, because I am just studious like that. But be proactive about things. If you know you want to cook your husband a special meal on Sunday and it's Tuesday, then you need to go buy that meat from the store. You need to season that meat up, put that in the refrigerator, and prep everything else so that when Saturday comes, everything's there. You're ready. You've been proactive. You're ready to go. Honey, here is Sunday dinner. Done. Be proactive today. Number 5, create your own opportunities. And I will tell you, this one is a good one because we know that it's a time when people are not going to always open doors for you. There are times when people do, but there are times when people don't. So what I would suggest that it's okay to create your own opportunities. I remember I'm very entrepreneurial and I love having my own business, and I have done that for many, many, many years, and I'm still doing that. But it didn't just happen. I had to create the opportunity. I had to go out and find out, what product do the clients need? What are people looking for? People are looking for delivery services. That's why UPS is in business. People are looking for convenience. That's why Walmart is open 24 hours. So create an opportunity for yourself so that you can be able to be ahead of the game. You know what I mean? So because I did that, it helped me to get ahead in what I needed to get ahead. And I didn't wait on others. I knew I wanted to complete my degrees in school. So I went ahead and I started looking for scholarships. I went ahead and started looking at schools that I wanted to attend. I went ahead and started looking at opportunities. And then what I did was I let my friends know that I'm looking for this, so I'm looking for that. And so they were able to call me and say, Renae, I heard about this so-and-so. I remember you mentioned that you were interested, and hey, zap, there it is. I'm telling you, create your own opportunities. It's a way to make a road inside the desert. You can just pave your own path by just following your heart and creating your own opportunities. It really makes a difference. Number 6, live more conscientious each day. And what that really means is life is something that needs to be experienced. You just can't coast through life, yaddy-da, yaddy-doo. It's got to be lived conscientiously, where you kind of have a purpose. I know that many moms will say to their kids, I need you to listen to this one. Because parents are famous for always saying, pick up a sport. Why don't you play basketball? Why don't you play baseball? What do you like? Go swimming. I remember Phelps, the gold winner, and in the swimming competition at the Olympics, his mom said that he just had too much energy, and so she had him take swimming lessons, and look, it got him a gold medal. So don't just, slouch on the couch or sit back and eat fast food, binge watch movies. That can be fun, and that's okay to do occasionally, because we all have those days. Like maybe a rainy day, it's a good day to sit back and binge watch movies. Or slouch on the couch after you've run about 3 miles on the track. Then you can kind of rest yourself there. But that can't be a daily routine. No. Live your life conscientiously and live it with a purpose. Be intentional about what you do. And then you will find that answers start to come to you. You don't have to go seeking. They tend to come to you. And so that's a good thing to do. Now, here's number 7. Know your inner self. This means knowing who you are and what you represent. Be clear of your personal identity. I'll tell you why it's important, because if you don't, somebody else is going to define that for you. I know who I am. In fact, I did a series on that, and so you want to catch up on that series if you'd look at some of Encouraging Words with Renae in the past. And it's really important that you know your inner self. I realize that I am a strong person. I love singing. I love teaching. I love antiquing. Oh, such a fun thing. And so I know who I am. And so the people I surround myself with are persons who have similar interests or who just like being with me and I like being with them. They're my friends. And so I know who I am. And you need to be around people who know who they are. Because when people aren't sure of who they are, they kind of end up being lost. And people that are lost aren't the best people to be around, because how can you get directions? They don't know where they're going. You don't know where you're going. Both of you are kind of like running in circles. And that doesn't make sense at all. So you want to definitely get to know your inner self and who you are and what you like and what you don't like, so that people can't force their opinions on you. But you can say, hey, that's not something I do, or that's not an interest of mine. So I'd prefer not to come with you today, or I'd prefer to not be in your company. And you can just kind of lay down the law on your own terms. Number 8, discover your life's purpose. So I like this one because it's similar to number 5 and 6, but it's still different, because if you set the mission statement for your life, one that will drive you to live your life to the fullest, then you can actually know your life's purpose. Just declare, this is going to be my mission statement. This is where I go. This is what I do. Have a purpose, have a clear purpose. You got to know what adages and principles you want to follow in your life. There has to be principles. I am not going to date someone who is not graduated from college. And that's okay if that's something that you want. You want someone that's been college educated. That's your purpose. That's what you want. You can say, my purpose is to be sure that I complete a marathon before I die. This is something I want to do. That's your purpose. I want to complete a marathon. So you're going to work toward that purpose. You're going to work toward that goal. You may say that I want to be a regular church attender. You may say that I want to have season tickets to a baseball team for 1 year. You may say that I want to have a bucket list that I want to follow, list all the things that I've always wanted to do, and I'm going to just put them on that list, and then I'll tick them off as I complete each one. You need to discover your purpose, figure out what it is, and then follow that. Go after it. I believe that each and every one of us should have a purpose. We should have an adage that we follow, and that there's a step-by-step plan that we adhere to. I think it's important for each and every one of us. You'll find that it's beneficial. Number 9, discover your values. You see, values are the essence of what makes you you. So you've got to have values. You've got to say, oh, yeah, I am not going to rob a bank. Not a good idea. You've got to, yeah, not going to go there. I don't want to be labeled as a thief. So you've got to have values. You've got to say, okay, I am not going to go down the road of taking drugs. So that's not something I don't want to damage my body. My body's a temple of the Lord, and this is the place where He dwells. I want to live a long life. I want to see my children and my children's children. So you've got to have some kind of a value. And I'm sure your parents have said this to you, but this is a reminder that if you don't make a plan, I'm telling you, the wrong things are going to fall in your lap. So you want to have a plan, and you want to be able to set your values to that plan, and then you'll be able to have a more fulfilled and purposeful life. Number 10, hold yourself to the highest conduct. Every one of us has a set of ethics. So we have principles, and we live true to them every day. And so it's important that we hold ourselves to a higher conduct. So if you know that you are known to be a person who is your youth group leader, then you don't want to show up drunk, at a party or something. It's not good. It's not a good thing. It's not a good look, and it's not a good testimony. And so you need to hold yourself to very high principles and have high conduct. And that's not conduct becoming of a Christian. To be, drunk and drinking and partying, that's not good. And then you need to have a principle saying, I'm going to be a person who is going to be trustworthy. And so if you know that your friend told you a secret and you told her, I won't tell anyone, then don't tell anyone. Be a person of integrity. Hold on to that secret. Unless she says to tell it or he says to tell it, don't tell it. It's really important that we have values and that we are trustworthy and that we have integrity, because it'll take us further than money can. I'll tell you, some things you can't buy your way out of. And there have been lots of scandals on the airwaves of celebrities and moms and dads and coaches and, and pastors, and lots of scandal all over the television. It's because we don't hold ourselves to a certain standard, and we don't hold on to integrity. And it's important that we do that, because when we do that, then people can look up to us and they can trust us and they can say, well, there's a person who I want to implement, I want to follow, I want to be like her, or I want to be like him. It's important. Number 11, create your life handbook. Now, what do I mean by that? Your life handbook is your personal manual to live your best life. It contains your mission statement, your values, your goals, your personal strengths, your blind spots and action plans. So if you just start off with a few basic pages, then you can build on it. You can create your own life handbook, and that's totally up to you how long it's going to be or how short it's going to be, or what all you want to put in there, how detailed you want to be. But it's good to have a handbook. I don't have a handbook, but I have a note area in my computer where I have little things that I like to go back to, and I like to read over my personal strengths and my values and my goals, and things that I don't like and things that I do like. And I read over them every once in a while, because I want to remind myself, okay, Renae, this is who you are, and this is how you handle situations, and you want to always be that person who people can look up to. You always want to be that strong woman of God. And so that's what I've done, and it's helped me. And so I'm encouraging you to do that. Everyone does it in a different way. I know young people have their cell phones, so there's a note section on your cell phone where you can just put notes. You can put a few things in there, and it doesn't have to be a full book. It can be 10 points. You can say, and write down your 10 values, and you can read it while you're taking a walk. You can read it while you're eating your lunch, and just little reminders of who you are. And it encourages you and it builds your self-esteem. It's a wonderful thing. Okay, and number 12, set your goals. Set a weekly review to assess how you are doing for your goals. Then set a 1-year, and then a 3-year, and then a 5-year plan. So you should always have goals. I want to graduate college. I want to have 3 kids. I want to marry a handsome man. We have our own goals. Some people are saying, I want to be the anchor at CBS, or I want to work on Good Morning America. Some people have goals and plans that they, I want to be an astronaut. It could be whatever you want to be, but set them. Set your goals. The more specific they are, the better. Then take action on your goals and your dreams and create an action plan for them. So if you want to be an astronaut, my suggestion is that you apply to the place where most astronauts apply to, which I do not know where that is. But I'm guessing they have to know a lot of math, and they have to complete certain criterias, and then they have to, enroll. And then you have to decide you want to live in Florida, because I think that's where the space station is if you want to fly to the moon. So you've got to set a plan, okay? That's really important. Set your goals. Number 13, do the things you love. I tell you, life is short, and it's precious. And you shouldn't be doing things, you don't love. You just shouldn't. If you don't enjoy something, then just don't do it. Spend your time and your energy being fulfilled. I remember my sister before she passed away. She was so full of life. She was an older sister. She's older than I am, and she had made it her mission to be happy, and that she was going to do things she loved. And she went and she did a photo shoot, and I could tell she was so happy that day. And she went and she had a makeover, and there were times that she'd go and she'd treat herself to some pampering. She did the things she loved. And so if you're a person who loves swimming, try to do it once a week. Go for a swim in the ocean. I love the sea. I love water. I love boats. And so I need to do that more often. I don't do that as often as I should. And that's something I really love. I love reading. I do that a lot. So whatever it is that you love, do that. And I'm really pausing here to say that because life is short. I know I said that, and I'll say it again. Life is short. And so be with that friend, who you love. I have a best friend. I've got a few of them. And I try to call and stay in touch and pray for them as much as I can, because I know that life goes really quickly. And so, yeah, I'm emotional on this one because it's important to me, and you should make it something that's important to you too. And finally, number 14, discover your passion. What is it that sets you on fire? Go out there and discover what you love to do, then turn that passion into success. My daughter loves baking. She loves it, and so she went to culinary school. And she still bakes on the side. She's doing her work, yeah, but that's her love. That's her hobby. That's what makes her happy. She doesn't even eat all the stuff she bakes. We eat it. Oh, I remember one semester, I think I put on 5 pounds just eating all the pastries she made. They were delicious. My daughter's great. She's great. She's great at baking. And so I want to encourage you to discover your passion in life. And her passion's cooking. It really is. And she's great at a million other things, but her passion is cooking. And so go out there and explore your passion and enjoy it today. Thank you for joining me. We're going to be seeing you next week as we continue this series. Bye for now.